Natural Grandma's decided these cattle need to move. We've had them in here to kind of force this down. This was reseeded. Oh, you go back a couple years ago, you see we reseeded here, and we're using the cattle to knock down old dead weed stubble and do some things that we wanted to manage this ground a little bit. So we forced these cattle to take this a little shorter than we normally would. They're still, come up here, Natural Grandma, you can show with your, like sticking your finger down right there. We can see that there's still a lot of depth. So that comes up at least 5-6 inches of sward height still. But there's so much dead stuff down in here that just, when you do reseeding, you just get weeds. But that's okay, because those weeds are translocating nutrients from down in the soil that aren't on top. They're going down for deeper nutrients, and they bring them up, and then these cattle eat those nutrients and put the manure right back on top of the ground. That's a sweetheart there. Who is that, 201?
201.
Look how she's slicked off. For a red Angus to be slicked off this much in the second week of May, that's good genetics. That's she's out of one of our original red Angus cows that came from my son, and she's a Triton sard female, so that's Triton genetics. Full belly, deep belly. See how her navel there just points right towards the ground from her flanks down, so she's got pretty good capacity. She's what, a September heifer, so was a year old in September, and she's bred to this Kit Farrell bull. So imagine the grass genetics are going to continue there. How's this? Is that next heifer slicked off, or she's still got a lot of hair?
Oh, she's got a lot of hair coat yet.
Thank you there, Big Mac. I really needed you in this video. How could I think that you wouldn't show up?
But Hank, I just wanted to reiterate what you're saying and give them a visual. So this plant's roots mirror the top, and they've even clipped a little bit off the top. So you know that its roots go at least that far down in the soil.
And that's probably 20 inches.
So
think about those roots going 20 inches in the ground and bringing nutrients up.
Right. If you keep it all clipped off low all the time, then like this grass over here, if we were to keep it clipped off like this all the time, then that's all the further the roots would go down. And actually, after you take it down more than 50% of its total height, the roots actually start to die off underneath there. So you want to not overgraze it so that it can take those minerals and things that are way down there, bring them up to the surface, bring the calcium up to the surface, bring whatever it is that's missing, that's hiding way down there, back up, because it's getting sucked up into this plant. Now when this plant, it's going to get back into the soil two ways, one of two ways, or a little of both. This plant is going to die, decompose on the surface, transfer those minerals back to the surface, or one of these beautiful ladies is going to eat it and poop it out back on the surface. But either way, they've pulled up all that mineral, all the stuff that's missing and been depleted from way down below, and brought it back up. That's why we graze the way we graze.
Just noticing how Kit there is just taking you all in. That's old 25 there was raised in Cheyenne Wells by Kit Farrell. That's a 2.5-year-old bull that all these are bred to. He was listening to you attentively, like he was learning something about grass. But could we teach cows anything about grass, Natural Grandma?
No. They have an inborn sense of what is the best for them at any given time in their life and in the life of the plant. That they will always choose the best thing that they need at that time for the nutrients they need. We just need to let them have that chance. Have it out there for them to be exposed to and not deplete it. So we're going to go give them something new. We don't want them to take this any further down.
Right. Yeah, we've actually let them do a little tractoring for us, a little farming. The ground is very dry. The last time we was here, this was soup mud, and so we skipped over it and then came back, and now we was able to put our hoof action down and bring the old dead stuff down. And so now we will have all these new grasses that we reseeded a couple falls ago are gonna get us a chance to express them still. And will we still have weeds?
Sure.
Yeah.
But you know what? Some of those weeds are very, very healthy for them. And they know just exactly when they are.
You're so photogenic, Big Mac. You are. He always likes to be in the front of every picture. I need to rent out his side there for advertisement, billboard, because he's always right up front. Who is this little heifer here?
This is 222.
222, Sojourner sister, because look at the gut on her. Look how that gut comes in her flank there, and then the backside of that gut is pointed right at her hocks. She's got great, great grass genetic stomach. She's very clean in the front, very feminine, long-necked, nice small head. Now, she is not out of Triton. She's out of a bull out of Montana that was used as cleanup. You know, and evidently that was some pretty good grass genetics. Mac, am I salty tasting or what? Big Mac's licking me back here, just circling around me. But yeah, she's pretty. She's not slicked off as much as 201 was. Hi, Mac. So you need some salt? I thought I had salt out for you, bud. So just a group of grass genetic finishing steers, past yearling heifers that are bred to calve in September, 2-year-olds that have calves on them. I haven't seen many of the calves. They're all back behind, I guess. But 2-year-olds that have their first calf on them. They were 2 in September. So there's 12 calves out here on their mamas. And this is our chicken grass conditioning crew. They work for us and produce beef back in return, along with managing the forage the way we want to make it better, to improve it. We're trying this summer to raise our sward height, to turn this farm into a little bit taller sward height, but it's got to stay very uniform because we move the chickens over and it messes with our electric fence. We've been over there with the chickens and the grass has just grown so fast that 48-inch chicken netting is, hey, Mac, honey.
Scratching his head on your head.
Yeah.
Matt.
Go away, Mac.
Come on. He's nice and soft, huh?
Yeah. Well, you've been over to see your chickens, Natural Grandma, and you've been here with the cows. We've rolled up a polywire. We've fixed a grounded fence. We've checked chicken water. We come to check the cows. They wouldn't have had to been moved tonight, but they want to be moved, and they've pretty much done to our ground what we want it to be done to. So
I like them to be happy.
Here comes the Big Mac bulletin board again. Broad center. Big Mac, you need to be in somebody's freezer. I think he weighs about 1150. What do you think, Natural Grandma?
I have no idea.
He's finishing smooth right there around that tail head. He's got some brisket going on. There's another grass finished South Pole steer right there that he probably needs a couple more months, but they'll be just right to pull off grass, go in the freezer before we get into the real hot summer. And that will reduce our numbers again as we come into summer. It's one way you reduce your numbers is you pull your grass finished animals out and process them, any of them that are big enough, and that gets your numbers down so you can start stockpiling grass for fall. And that's one thing that's very essential to do so that we have all year-round grazing. So, well, from Papa Hank and Natural Grandma,
we hope you're having this good a day.
Yes, this is a good day for sure. Tomorrow will be a a day of worship, our day of Sabbath, so we try to get our chores to a minimum and make sure everything's kind of content. We got polywires set up and everything, so if we do have to move cattle, it's just a simple matter of going out there and letting the fence down. So thanks so much for viewing us. Stay tuned for some really important collaborations with other channels. We want to teach our ways of regenerating the soil, of mobbing the animals up, to do tractoring, to grow great forage with cows, sheep, goats, chickens. We can help you do that on your homestead on a small acreage. It is scalable, and we've got some very important homesteads, some that have great followings we're going to be doing collaborations with. They're going to be using our products, our natural grandma aluminum chicken tractors, on their farms with a little coaching, and we're going to have question and answers available, so you can figure out how you can mob your animals and, you know, tractor the ground, farm it with the animals, with their hooves, the way God intended it. And well, come on in here, guys. Everybody wants in the picture. So goodbye from Natural Grandma and the herd. And what did we call the, we got 2 feather nets built now. We're going to start videoing those 2 feather nets, the feather net flock. The feather net flock. That'll be a new hashtag that will draw you into our channel. It'd probably just be feather net flock, maybe, I don't know. Probably won't be a "the" on it. So from Natural Grandma and Papa Hank, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.